Welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel, guys. Do not forget to subscribe. Great to see you. Today's topic of discussion, a Bilthamber Traceless, a reasonably new to market glass cleaner that we kind of featured, what, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. The claim to fame of Traceless is that it's been through this kind of development cycle with Bilthamber, which involves starting from scratch. I think I'm making this up as I go along, but this is the impression I get. So it's not just a case of if you're going to make a glass cleaner, there's loads of formulas already out there that you can go and just pinch, because these glass cleaners have been around for ages. And you'd start with a load of water in most cases. Then you'd have some various forms of alcohol solvent, perhaps ethanol, perhaps isopropanol alcohol, IPA. You'd maybe have a tiny bit of surfactant, a suitable volatile surfactant, not something that doesn't stay on the panel so you don't get surfactant marks and all that sort of stuff. Something with good wetting capability. But most companies, I think, would probably, that's about as far as they go. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit disrespectful. I don't know. Whereas with Bilthamber, I think it'll be a case of, right, let's go and get all of the best glass cleaners on there, test them all, benchmark against them, decide what things with test criteria we're going to have to try and build this product against, and basically just destroy any other glass cleaner. A search and destroy method, which is just how I think Bilthamber seem to work, which is really how you should work if you're formulating products. I love that attitude. You have to be, it might sound a bit competitive, John. Well, everyone does that. I don't think they do. And I don't think a lot of companies know how to do that. It takes a certain expertise, it takes a certain mindset. And you do it because you want your products to genuinely be the best on the market. And if you're going to achieve that, you've got, I think, have a really good interest in chemistry, in materials, in exploring new materials, in test equipment, and you've got to have that mindset, and they're very good at that, Bilthamber. Now, what is this? This is the old one, so I don't get muddled up. The new one, I've just put some little orange lines on so I don't get muddled up. Now, the difference between these products, disclaimer, as far as I know, is that Bilthamber brought a new version out that is supposed to not smell as much as the old version. So the old version, to me, oh no, I'm going to need 2 hands. Hold on, I can do it with one. I can do it. There we go. The old version, to me, I thought was scented, because it smelled like, if you ever go into like a sweet shop and bought yourself a bag of pear drops. Yeah. It smells exactly like pear drops. So I just thought it might be a bit of a scent, but I don't think it's scented. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the actual smell. Some solvents can have that sort of honk, and I can think of a few that have that. And I think a few people were probably saying that the smell was a bit, whoa, a little bit of this, a bit whoa. A bit like, not a bit whoa, but a bit like whoa. Maybe, I don't know. So the new version is supposed to smell less. Not completely be smell, no smell to it, because I don't think you can ever eradicate all solvents. There's some low odor versions or no odor versions of certain solvents, but maybe not with all. Yeah, it's less. It's less. Why did I put the lid back on that? So that smells like putting your nose in a bag of pear drops. That's the new one. Yeah, the old one. The old one is like you're standing in a sweet shop that only sells pear drops. The floor is covered in pear drops and you've been crushing them. You're eating a couple of those pear drops. You've got a bag full of the pear drops all crushed up and you're snorting them. So yeah, it's probably a bit stronger. Now, I am, funny enough, you should say that, I am very, very sensitive to chemicals and smells. And half the time you hear me sniffing on the channel. I start sniffing whenever I come into this garage. My nose just, it's like sinus sort of sensitivity, just kicks off. It did it yesterday when I was working on installing the dishwasher in the house, streaming all day long because of the dust. I've got some sort of hyper allergy thing, you know. So I don't know if that's going to help with this, because I never found this scent much of a problem. But anyway, here's what I wanted to really talk about. And to be honest, I'm not that interested in the scents of this product because I don't find it that unpleasant. But maybe if you're inside the car, maybe it is, I don't know. So when I first did the video on Traceless, the product was brand new and I was literally just using it for the first time and playing around with it for the first time. And part of me, if I'm honest, part of me didn't really want this product, I didn't really want it to be good because I was happy. I'm happy with, this is 50% water, 50% IPA at the moment. You know, which is quite a good glass cleaner actually, even though it's just water and IPA. It shouldn't be a good glass cleaner, but it's never had any problems with it, you know. And I've done the glass comparison test, and I don't even buy the Nil glass, which was the winner of that, because I'm happy cleaning glass with IPA and water. So, you know, glass cleaners, I've said before, they all kind of work. Never got that excited about them. Unfortunately, Traceless is of that level where it's probably something you're going to have because it's bloody, pardon my French, it's bloody good. Really, really cuts into the dirt. It's really powerful. My glass, I know they'll all do this, and just wiping the glass will do this, but the longer you use this, the more you'll start to realise, let's get the new version, the more you'll start to realise how good it is. It really, and it comes into its own more when you're doing the inside, which is the really greasy bit. And it's really nice that, let's just make sure, oh yeah, good. Look at that, that's experience. Right, let's get that going. And it comes into its own, I think, on the inside. What I like is it just does not run down the glass at all. So you can stick that layer on there and that will stay there forever. You know, other glass cleaners will just trickle off. So that was the thing that they talked about in that scientific, you know, scientific kind of video that we showed you on the channel, their kind of brief, if you like, and their testing. They wanted the lowest possible tension, you know, what's it called? Basically, they just don't want it to be hydrophilic, so it sticks to the glass. And it really does that. But beyond that, I've got the Built Hamber cloths here. They give you a cloth every time. They give you 2 cloths every time you order it, which I think is nice. But I've been using it with just these pearl cloths, which are quite good as well. And look, even when we come back, none of it is run down the glass, which I love. And I want to just get an angle where you can actually see all the grease on the camera. So there it is. It's just like, it just works so well. Those lines are on the inside, but they're probably, it might not even be dirt, they might be scratches from where it goes up and down. Literally, that is it. No overspray on my car, which is nice. It just does such a damn good job. This is covered in, you know, this would even be cleaner than this normally because I haven't washed the car. It just works so damn well. I'd be interested in the summer when it starts heating up. So you can just get that film of it on there. You can go a bit close if you like, but that's wetted out that surface. And that chemical is now going to be acting on the little layer of grease that's there and mixing with that grease and dissolving and emulsifying. So that when you wipe over, look at that. I love that. It cuts through it. That's a wiper blade smear there. That's pretty damn clean. That's it, really. The inside's a little bit dirty. I did clean the inside, but only with a cloth the other day when the seats were out. So yeah, well, that's a bit of a problem with that cage. At least I know the outside is clean. Good luck trying to get to the inside. I'll have to use my little stick. Right. So that's really good. So we'll carry on, because this is important. The outside of the glass I always find is quite easy to clean, isn't it? Quite easy to clean. That is really clean now. I'm not going to touch it. It's the inside which is the pain. Let's just take that cloth with us. This is going to be fun. Right, bear with me, guys. We're going to have terrible light. We're going into the abyss. We're going into the abyss. Hey. Oh my. We're in the abyss. So you need, they sell these in Halfords. These are just handy. So when you're in your car, look, you can do it. You can do it. You can get pressure on there as well. So what we'll do is just flip that there. You know, this is not a guide. You try doing this with the camera in one hand. So spray a little bit into our doodah. Get it that way. And we're up and down, and we go right the way down into the old crevice, you know. This thing's come loose. That doesn't help. And we just get right the way to the edge. This is the easy bit. Why does it come loose? Right, there we go. I love the fact with this you can get right down there, all the way along there, because when you're on the outside and you look in, that's the bit that you never really get. Now, we do need to, unfortunately, because we're putting that chemical out, we do really need to buff it. So just bear with me. We get a clean side of this soft cloth, but this cloth does work quite well for glass. It doesn't leave any fibres, which is really important. Just go around that edge. Tuck me in down here as best I can. I've got the camera. Oh, my back. Ah. And that. It's just easy. Let's just see if that was, oh, what the hell was that? Well, that was the bottle. Never mind. Is that a scratch, or is that just, can you see? It wasn't a scratch. No, it's just like greasy things from when the glass goes up. But it was on the inside. Get that lip there. That's it. Just a really good glass cleaner. Will you be using it, John? Will you be buying it? Yes, you will see me using this. I will make room for it. I'll have to buy another IK sprayer probably, or make room for one, because it's that good. It's that good. It's not expensive either. It's sold in a litre. We talked about price last time. If we'd had all those 30 odd glass cleaners, or how many had, I think this would have been the 4th cheapest out of all of them. So the price is also pretty good, and that's pretty consistent with Built Hamber. They tend to be one of the cheapest, but never the cheapest, but always up there with giving you good value for money. Sometimes incredible value for money, and sometimes you get that value through their products being concentrated where other products aren't. But with a glass cleaner, you could probably do that. The problem is, you probably wouldn't do it with a glass cleaner, would you? You wouldn't mess around with that, but you could. You could. This is an idea for you. Oh. So, if you have not tried Traceless, I suppose the key point to this video is that it doesn't quite smell as strong. That kind of, I don't know what to call it, that kind of solvent-y, sweet pear smell is toned down by about 50%. And that's probably as good as you're going to get it. But it smells quite, for me, it smells quite pleasant, and it doesn't. I've been doing this video. and you haven't heard me sniffing every 2 minutes, so it doesn't seem to trigger my allergies. Yeah, it's more, I think it's more dust. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So that's it, guys. Traceless has been around now. So put in the comments what you think about this. The new Traceless, I guess, the updated one, because it's such a small change, I'm guessing it will just be filtered in. So they'll just phase out the one that smelt a bit more and phase in the one that's new. I'll ask Built Hamber about that, and I'll put a comment in the top and pin it, because that is quite important. Because some people will be like, "Damn!" When they're buying it, I want the one that doesn't smell. But honestly, I wouldn't worry, because there's not a massive amount of difference. It's just probably a sensible thing to do. If there is a way of toning down that smell, and there obviously is, then you should probably do it. Product is brilliant. Product is really, really good. I've got a dirty car, but I'm going to carry on cleaning my glass just because it's good. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll stick a link for the product if you've not heard of it. Built Hamber Traceless. Really, really go and watch the first video on how they developed this and the design brief and all the scientific stuff and all that testing and stuff they do. And any of you that aren't aware of Built Hamber as a brand, if you might be stumbling across this video for the first time or new to the Forensics Detailing channel, do not forget to subscribe. Built Hamber don't really do much in the way of kind of marketing or like adverts or things like that. They just don't really do it. It's all word of mouth, really. I suppose as they get bigger, there'll be more stuff going on, but traditionally it's all just been like, oh, there's a new Built Hamber product. It's on the website. I wonder if that's any good. So they're not like a hype company. So when I sort of say to you, go and watch their video on, go and watch my video on when Traceless was released. It shows a bit of Built Hamber testing footage, presentation they put together. You might be thinking that presentation will have like, be like your standard video where it's all like glamorous, and it's all like beads and like, maybe even a gorgeous woman in a tracksuit, leaning over a car. It's not like that. It's a technical video. So they don't do that sort of like presentation where it's all glamorous and you've got like a, like Top Gear exhaust note, and then the car being cleaned and all that. It's not like that. It's technical. Go watch it. You'll like it. I like technical. So that's it for this one, guys. If you've not been keeping up with the channel, I'm really making great success and great strides. What's that flickering? Something with a light that affects this. Look at that. Shouldn't be doing that. It's not the 50 hertz thing. I'm making great progress on this car now, and I'm really running out of jobs to do, which is great. And if I zoom in there, look at this technology. I just fixed wipers. I've got to fix a little drain hole. Gear knob's coming soon. Badge, some paint, wheel balancing, geo service, speaker upgrade. Then I'm pretty done. And I need to get it done in time. We're going on a road trip in early summer around Europe, and it needs to be all sorted and driving like a, purring like a kitten. So stay tuned for Les Aventures of Tintin. And for now, it's a big adios. So we have a new version of Traceless.